So next we're going to use our foam roller to work the rectus femoris. Now in this case the rectus femoris runs from the knee to this bony protrusion at the front of the pelvis called the ASIS. I want to work straight up the thigh. The rectus femoris runs up there and operates as a knee flexor as well as a hip flexor. It can do both, and it's active in both. If the rectus femoris is really, really strong and overpowering, it pulls the pelvis forward and down like this, causing that anterior pelvic tilt and lordosis of the spine. So what I want to do is lay my roller on the ground. I like to be on the outer aspect of the roller so that most of it goes that way, so that way I can put the majority of my weight on these 3 points. And that allows me to control the pressure, which is how I control whether or not I'm staying inside my frame of tolerance. So I'm going to start at the knee, and I'm going to work my way backward up about 3/4 of the way of my thigh. And I can slowly work my way up and down there. If I would like to try pin and pull, and I find a hot spot, like for me there's a little bit of a hot spot right here, I can just very slowly and gently, but not aggressively, move my foot up and down. I also want to make sure I'm not dumping into my lower back when I'm doing this, that I'm keeping a certain amount of abdominal tension for support. And I can also do cross fiber friction by wiggling my heel side to side, like so. And occasionally, if you want to try even skin pulling, you can do that if you have an implement for that. But this roller doesn't work very well for that. So we're going to do 90 seconds on each side, working through the muscles slowly. Like rolling aggressively on tissue doesn't help. It actually kind of reinforces the bad patterns. So we just want to work our way through it nice and slow, looking for the pain points, and then again, within the frame of tolerance, working on them in different ways, because every day it's going to feel a little different. A big part of this is about being mindful and aware of what the body feels and what the body's doing. It's really, really important. All right, we're going to go ahead and switch sides. Switch to the other side. Set the knee up on the roller. Rolling back. And again, most of my weight is really there. And I'm going to work my way through nice and easy. I'm going to keep a little bit of tension in my abdomen to support my lower back. And I'm going to work through the tissue nice and slow, taking my time, looking for hot spots I can work on. Like for me, right there is a good one. So I'm going to do a little pin and pull there. We're going to do 90 seconds, which is really important. As you're working on this, it's also important to control your breathing. So if you find yourself going, if you're working that hard to be in this position, something's wrong. This should feel relaxing and down-regulating. If it's excruciating, take some pressure off. If you're having a hard time holding yourself up, make sure that you're using your muscles to hold yourself up and not your bones. Because if you're just laying on the ground, sagging, it's actually going to be harder on your body than if you just have good ergonomic support. So make sure that you're structurally aligned, where like your elbow's directly underneath your shoulder, your pelvis is tucked, and your abdomen is gently engaged. You can see throughout this process, I'm able to talk the entire time. There's nothing about what I'm doing that should be so forceful that I should forget to breathe or be wincing or be grunting or anything like that. It's really important because we're trying to down-regulate the system so that we can get the tissue to relax.